So, petroleum is very important in the production of fuels, and it's actually very, very useful in the production of plastic, detergent, and all kinds of chemicals. Unfortunately, it's not going to last forever, and it's damaging the economy of many countries in the world. But do you know that we can produce the same components from wood and other forest residues that are actually very common here in Maine and where I come from? So some molecular components in wood byproducts are very similar to those presented in petroleum, with one major difference. It has many more oxygen atoms. This is a problem because oxygen can make the molecule very unstable and difficult to work with, ultimately making the fuels and chemical production a process that will be very expensive and dangerous. If we were able to find a way to efficiently remove those oxygen atoms, we will be able to make a very economically favorable process and leading to more green industries for the world. So the best way to take those oxygen off are adding a gas, hydrogen. You can picture that hydrogen can react with oxygen, forming the molecule which is water, and releasing the oxygen with it. So in my reaction, I'm testing this molecule, which is called phenol, which is very common in wood byproducts. Here I vary different parameters to understand how the molecular reaction works in a molecular level. Here I learned that chemical reactions are very similar to human relationships. Why? Because people tend to interact to people who they share a lot of things in common with them, rather than who they share less things in common. In my case, hydrogen tends to interact with other parts of the molecule before interacting with the oxygen molecule, which makes this process need a lot of oxygen, making this process very expensive because hydrogen is expensive. But some people can help someone to introduce a person to another, making this process helping those people to interact and maybe form a bond. In my case, a catalyst will be able to make two molecules to interact in a form that never could happen before. Here, if I find the right catalyst and the right condition, I will be able to find a way to the hydrogen to interact in the first instance with the oxygen molecule, in a process that will be 4 times cheaper. With that, I will contribute to make wood byproducts and a renewable source of chemical, releasing the world with its petroleum dependency.